Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Thought I'd pop on and say, hey, let's recover together. So many of you guys were asking me about the supplements that I was using, for my brain boosting, and I wanted to show you guys those supplements. I'm going to put them in the right here. So let me grab those really quick. Add. Okay, pen. All right. So that is the brain boosting supplement that I have been using to help after my 17-year crystal collecting addiction. So y'all come on in. If you are here and it is your first time coming to one of my live streams, please drop your name and your sobriety date in the comment section to let me know how long you've been sober. If you are not in recovery, that's okay too. If you have a loved one who is struggling and you would like to share a little bit about what they're struggling with, you can drop that in the comment section as well. My name is Nicole Pludre. I'm a person in recovery. I have been sober for 9 years. I got sober in 2015.
Have you considered the possibility that they might be dead?
After losing custody of my son to CPS.
To be honest, it's hard to say.
It was devastating. It was the scariest thing I've ever been through in my life. And it was one of the most traumatic situations I've ever been through. For those of you guys that don't know, I was a crystal collector for over 17 years. I started collecting crystals when I was 17 years old. The way I got introduced to crystal collecting was I was struggling with insecurity as a young girl. I was 16 years old and I begged my mom to take me to our family care provider to talk to him about my weight. At that time, as a young girl, I was not overweight, you guys. I don't even think I was maybe 7 pounds overweight, 7 to 10 pounds. And when I say overweight, I mean, I was a teenager and I think I weighed like 135 and I was 5'5". Like maybe I needed to lose 2 or 3 pounds, like nothing. Like I honestly, it was just all in my head. But as a very young girl, I went to the doctor and they wrote me a prescription for a medication called phentermine. And that is what started my problem with crystal. And so I was on crystal for almost 17 years, okay? And when I got sober from it, I went through a really hard, debilitating depression for years. And so what I have been trying to do online is share with you guys how I got out of that depression and what I'm doing today to help me stay sober and healthy. And so that is where the dopamine boosting supplements came in. But besides taking supplements to help, because if you didn't know this, when you use crystal, it causes your brain to produce more dopamine than any other substance. Okay, any other substance. It causes your brain to produce more dopamine than if you were having sex. It causes your brain to produce more dopamine than when you eat a piece of chocolate. It causes your brain to produce more dopamine than if you drank or did coke or took a bar or any of those things. So crystal causes your brain to produce more dopamine than any other substance. So whenever you get sober from it, you go through a period where your brain is trying to get back to the way it was before you ever introduced yourself to crystals, okay? And so that is what I went through, and I didn't know it, and that's why I'm trying to share this information with you guys. So you can imagine so it's already really hard to get and stay sober. Okay? But imagine trying to get and stay sober and not knowing what is wrong. Like not knowing that the reason why you feel so sad all the time, the reason why you're so tired, the reason why you have no energy, the reason why you have no motivation, the reason why nothing gives you pleasure anymore is because your brain is broken. It's been damaged. Crystal causes brain damage. Okay? Can you turn it around? Can you heal your brain after long-term crystal use? You can. You can. And so that's what I have been doing for the last 9 years. I have been working towards healing my brain. But it has been so challenging because one of the things that most of us that struggle with addiction, most of us struggle with it. What we struggle with is balance, is finding balance in our lives, okay? And so that's why we were using substances, because we were seeking out a feeling of relief. We were trying to escape our reality. We were trying to get away from the pain. We were trying to get away from the hurt inside. And by using substances, that gave us the relief that we were seeking. And so when we get sober, we have to find balance in our lives. And it is challenging. And so that's what happened to me. I was trying to find balance in my life and struggling. I was debilitated. I became binge eating disorder. I developed that. I was eating like 5,000 to 7,000 calories a day. Thank you so much, you guys. That's so cool. Look, Neil. Oh, my husband. I was going to show my husband. Never mind. It's like this really cool, like flame hearts around me. But anyways, that was so cool. Thank you for the gift. That was so kind of you. So when I got sober, I was like, why am I'm supposed to be happy now? I'm supposed to feel great. Right? Because that's what they lead you to believe, right? When you go into treatment and everybody's telling you about how amazing recovery is and how your whole life is going to change and you're going to feel so amazing. And I wasn't having that experience. I got off of substances and I felt worse. I was like tired all the time, no energy, very depressed, overwhelmed. Like, what is going on here? What all these people are telling me, like how amazing I'm supposed to feel when I get sober, and I'm like over here wanting to DIE inside, okay? I wanted to it all. And so guess what? That's normal. People just don't talk about it because we're led to believe that we're supposed to feel amazing when we get into recovery. Well, if you come to this page, I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? Getting into recovery and staying in recovery is challenging, okay? And you're going to feel worse before you feel better. But why not be honest? Why not tell us the truth? Tell me that my brain is going to be seeking dopamine anywhere it can find it. I didn't know that. So I fell into another addiction, food addiction. You know, I didn't know that my brain was going to be seeking dopamine, right? I had no idea. When you guys are trying to get sober and when you're trying to turn your lives around, I know this is a lot of information for you to soak in, but I wish somebody had told me. Thank you so much for that heart. I really appreciate it, y'all. I wish somebody had told me, like, hey, this is going to be really challenging, but if you stay the course, you are going to come out on the other side and eventually you're going to feel better. I want to be honest, like it took 7 years for me to get to this point where I'm actually feeling positive energy. I actually feel good in my skin. I'm actually feeling beautiful. I'm actually getting my confidence back. I wish somebody had told me that because I almost didn't make it. I almost didn't stay the course. You know, what kept me plugged into my sobriety is my son. If I didn't have a child that depended on me for his life, I wouldn't have stayed in recovery. If me and my husband didn't have our son, we would both be back in addiction. So when you're getting started out, it's hard and you're going to need a lot of support. You're going to need a lot of mental health treatment. You're going to be needing to focus on your brain health, your body health, drinking plenty of water, exercising, getting out in the nice, beautiful sunlight. Okay, it's so important, you guys, and that's where I have started utilizing supplements. That's why, you guys, just recently in the last 2 weeks, I have been taking my dog out to walk 5-6 times a day. That is something that I wouldn't even do before. I had set up pee pads so my dog could go to the bathroom, on the pee pad in the bathroom, because I live on the 3rd floor. No, I'm taking my dog downstairs 5 to 6 times a day, sometimes more than that, okay, to walk him around my neighborhood. I couldn't do that before because I had no energy. I had no will to live. I'm telling you guys, like, eating healthy, drinking water, utilizing these dopamine brain boosting supplements has helped me turn my whole life around and is helping me with my energy levels. I had no naturally producing energy. I went from banging 40 units of crystal at a time on my first time banging. Okay? So imagine that. I went from having like so much energy, like doing all these projects, running around the house, super fucking skinny and like just everything, to getting sober and gaining 100 pounds and being stuck in my bed 24/7, 7 days a week, in the bed rest style, rotting. Okay, like I'm being so for real. I'm being so for real. Okay, so imagine going from weighing 160 pounds when you get sober to weighing 260 pounds in sobriety. Do you know what that did to my brain? Do you know that I thought about relapsing on crystal collecting all the time because I knew that I could relapse on crystal collecting and I would lose the weight really fast? The only thing that kept me from not going back onto the crystal collecting was my son. 100%. That's why I'm telling you guys about getting outside and walking, eating healthy, drinking plenty of water, doing the dopamine boosting supplements. I mean, this stuff will change your life 100%. But you can't just rely on the supplements. Let me tell you guys this. This is important. Okay? This is an all-encompassing program. You cannot just take supplements and expect your brain to feel better. You cannot just drink plenty of water and expect. This has to be a combination of things. And I'm going to tell you, I made all the mistakes so I'm telling you about this so you don't make the same mistakes. I tried to just do the diet, right? And it made me feel halfway good, right? I tried to just do the exercise without the diet. And I felt, I tried to just take supplements that were helping my brain health and not eat healthy and not drink plenty of water and not exercise. Right? And none of that worked. It didn't work because I was not doing everything that I needed to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a combination of everything together. And so I learned this. I follow some really amazing people that are in the mental health and physical health. Like that's their genre or whatever. And they talk about how important it is to do things that are all encompassing, right? So making sure that you're taking your mental health medications, making sure that you're doing your diet and exercise. Yeah, I don't see who it is. I can't see who y'all are talking about. I'm trying to see because I saw somebody's, I guess, filter comments. Who is it again? If y'all can tell me, and I'll take them out. KPZ. It's this person. Anyway, I'm trying to find them, but I can't, for some reason I can't see. Okay, there we go. Okay, I see it, y'all. Boop. Confirm. Okay, I blocked KPC. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know. Anything else, you guys? If you need me to do anything else, let me know. Okay, I appreciate y'all helping me out. Hey, Eris, what's up, baby? You're welcome. And so listen to me. I'm not trying to sell you guys a magic cure. I'm just trying to share with you guys like what I'm learning and what's helping me. Okay. And so when I got sober, I gained 100 pounds. I was really depressed. I felt really overwhelmed. I felt all alone. I didn't have any energy, okay? Going from being a person who is on crystal for almost 20 years, I was on it for 17 years, and having that level of energy every day to not having any energy at all, okay? Straight out of jail and on the road to recovery. Oh yes, 100%. It's nothing. It doesn't have, it's not a narcotic. It doesn't have any like caffeine. This is just a vitamin supplement to help your brain health. And let me just tell you this. This one is the one that I prefer, but I have another one linked in my TTS that y'all can check out that I think is comparable. You'll see it when y'all go and look, but you can do your own research. All right. I want everybody to understand this. You can do your own research. Look up dopamine boosting, brain boosting supplements. Okay. You're going to be looking for things like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, L-tyrosine, L-theanine. Oh gosh, I have a list, and I'm going to print the list out, and I'm going to make a TikTok. Thank you for that, you guys. Thank you for the heart. I'm going to make a list, and I'm going to post it here on my TikTok page of the brain boosting vitamins that help your brain health. And then if you guys, thank you for the fruits. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Thank you guys so much. I've never been in a live where people have sent gifts. It's not something that I ask people to do. So thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to me. Like, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because I just come on here, like I said, and I talk about recovery and yeehaw! And so y'all are making me die right now. So I just want you to know that I want to provide you guys with the information, and if you choose to get it from my TTS, that's great. I appreciate you for doing that. It helps me out because I do get a commission from the TTS. But if you don't get it from the TTS and you find your own because of the supplements that I'm telling you can help you, I support you in doing that too. I just want you guys to find what helps you and what works for you, okay? And I want you to not make the same mistakes that I made. Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, I was in active use to bars, Coca-Cola, M30s, and crystals. Okay, and I have to use codes, okay, code names. I was on those things for almost 20 years, about 17 years of my life. It started around the age of 16. And so you can imagine when I finally got off of all those things at the age of 31 and a half, 32 years old, my brain was just, it was mush, right? And so I made a lot of mistakes in my recovery that looking back on it, if I had known better, if I had somebody like myself telling me and guiding me, I think I would have had a lot easier time at the beginning. Advice for quitting cigarettes. Absolutely, 100%. I got you. So I smoked Newports in a box, Cool Menthol 100s, Pall Mall Menthol 100s, and Menthol Marlboros from the time I was 17 till the time I was 34. About 3 years after my son was born, he was 3 years old. I had just gotten custody back of him, and I was outside in my garage smoking a Cool, okay? And I was sitting there, and I had put my cigarette out in the ashtray, and the ashtray was on the ground right beside me to the left, and my little boy, who was 3 years old, walked through the door, picked the cigarette butt up, put it to his mouth, and said, "Look, Mommy, I'm smoking just like you." And when he did that, I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, it is so true what they tell us about our children. mirroring us and watching everything that we do. So the moment that I realized my son was watching me so close, this is what I did. Step one, I cleaned everything out of my house that had anything to do with smoking. That means ashtrays, cigarettes, lighters, anything that had to do with smoking, I got rid of it. Number two, I went out and bought a bunch of chewing gum, a bunch of minty fresh chewing gum. Number three, I gave my husband my debit card and I told him, don't buy me cigarettes anymore. And I didn't want my card because I didn't want to stop at the gas station after I got off work and go get those cigarettes. And that is how I stopped smoking cigarettes. I chewed gum, I stopped purchasing them, okay, and I got rid of anything that had to do with smoking. Now, for a lot of people, it's very challenging because it's like a hand-to-mouth kind of thing. If that's the case, I love blow pops or any kind of popsicle candy. Cinnamon discs are really good to suck on. But I also have this little device that I got, and they were sponsoring me for a long time. It's like an e-cig kind of thing, but it's not. Let me show it to y'all. I have it in my purse. Hold on, let me grab it. It's right here in my purse. Let me see. I have this really beautiful navy blue suede purse I just got it last week. Okay. Yes, my son saved my life. He saved my life in more ways than one. This is my bag. Okay. Let me show you. I think it's in here. And then I have this purse insert that helps the bag. It is called the anti-cigarette. The anti-cigarette. And basically it comes with these little cartridges, and you can get mint flavored, you can get regular. Yeah. Anyways, it tastes like mint. You see the little liquid in there? And you just puff on it, and it tastes like, to me, it tastes like a mint candy, like a menthol cigarette. And it's called the anti-cigarette. And you can use something like this for your hand to mouth, you know? But bottom line is, oh gosh. Anyways, bottom line is, that is what helped me a lot whenever I was trying to stop smoking cigarettes. But anyways, back to our brain boosting supplement and dopamine, okay? So let me see, make sure. Once I got into recovery, okay, and I stopped collecting, once I got into recovery, okay, and I stopped collecting crystals and taking bars and drinking and doing coke and all those things, right? I was really struggling, right? Like I said, with my lack of energy, no motivation, just really feeling horrible, you guys. Like, I can't explain it any other way than I just felt tired all the time. And that's where taking supplements to help with my brain health have really helped. But I also, like I said, combined exercise, drinking plenty of water. I keep one of these little things by my bed at all times, because for those of you guys that don't know, I was diagnosed with diabetes in 2023. Oh, I haven't even told you guys yet. How many of y'all knew that I got diagnosed with diabetes? Did any of y'all know that? Okay. In December of 2023, I got diagnosed with diabetes, and I was 230 pounds. Okay? I was 230 pounds and I was diagnosed with diabetes in December. Well, my doctor prescribed me Ozempic, semaglutide, and I started taking it, and I started a low-calorie, high-protein, low-cal, low-carb, high-protein diet. And I have lost like 50 pounds. Like, I'm down to 180-something pounds, okay? Well, 2 weeks ago, I went in to see my doctor, my primary care physician, and my A1C was 11 last year. Well, Guess how much my A1C is now? My A1C is a 5 now, you guys. A 5. That's regular. I don't have diabetes anymore. I reversed my diabetes. And I did all of that by what I'm telling you guys about. By eating healthy, drinking plenty of water, walking, and taking my supplements. Okay? So I'm not just coming on here and telling you guys some shit that I just made up in my head. Like, this is what I'm doing to change my life. Okay? I got sober and I gained over 100 pounds in my sobriety. Okay? I was miserable. I was uncomfortable. I was depressed and I had no energy. And because I got to my wit's end in December when they diagnosed me with diabetes, I had 8 years sober. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for that gift. I really appreciate it. In December when they diagnosed me with diabetes, I had 8 years sober, okay? And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot live my life like this. I'm not going to be around for my son. I'm going to end up dying, you know? And that is what really prompted me to start taking supplements and start eating healthy, start incorporating my diet and exercise and the brain boosting supplements. That's what did it, getting diagnosed with diabetes. But I gave myself diabetes, you guys, because when I got sober, I lost control. Okay, and this happens to a lot of people in recovery. It's called cross addiction. Have y'all ever heard of cross addiction? So it's important for people to know, and I'm going to show you guys some pictures. Y'all want to see some pictures? Okay, it's important for you guys to know. I want to show you what I looked like when I was in my active use. Would y'all like to see some pictures of me when I was in active addiction? If you want to see some pictures of me when I was in active addiction, put a 1 in the chat. Because there's some people that don't believe that I ever had an addiction. Okay? Which is so fucking crazy to me. Okay? So I'm going to show you guys what I looked like back then. And just mind you, these were pictures when I was like feeling myself because I was on one. And I was like posing for the camera. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay. Here we go. Are we ready? All right. This whole Instagram is of me when I was in active use. I was in active use. Okay, that's me and my husband. That's me. This is me on M30s. That's me and my husband. This is when we first met. We met in September of 2012, and this was taken November of 2012. Look how broke out my face was. That was always, too. I was always broke out. That was me on M30s. That was me on METH. That was us on M30s together. That was us when we first met on METH. Okay, so I have a long history of polysubstance abuse, okay? So I was on multiple substances. So once I finally found recovery, and let me tell you guys about how I found recovery. Do y'all want to know? So I had I had been trying to get into recovery for over 10 years, okay? I had been trying to get sober and stay sober for over 10 years. I kept going in and out of 12-step programs, residential treatment programs, and sober living. Never in my life had anybody ever told me about any other way to get sober. The only way that I had ever been told that I could get sober was through AA or NA or God. So when I went to the last treatment center I went to was in 2015 after my son got taken from me. I was in there, and my husband, while I was in treatment, my husband was an outpatient. He had got on a medication for his M30 use. He had gotten on Suboxone. And when I got out of treatment, he told me, hey, I got on Suboxone and it's really, really helping me. I haven't used in 30 days. I have got a full-time job. You know, I got everything together, and I was just waiting for you to get out of treatment so we can get our stuff together, right? And so I was so angry at him because I had only ever heard, thank you so much, Angel. I really appreciate that. I had only ever heard really horrible things about medication-assisted treatment. I was afraid of it. I thought that if I got on it that I would not be in recovery, and I thought that I would be abusing it. I just thought horrible things, right? But I was struggling. I was struggling to stay sober, and I was also fighting for custody of my son. So after I got out of treatment, and my husband told me about it, about a week went by, and that's when I said, hey, take me to the doctor that you're going to, and let's see if it works for me. And I got on Suboxone, and it saved my life. I would not be here today if I hadn't got on MAT. That is what helped me turn my life around, and that is what has helped me to get to where I'm at today. So, yeah. And now I'm just working on, like I said, staying healthy, taking my supplements, exercising, trying to walk as much as I can, trying to eat healthy. I'm currently making sure that I eat in a calorie deficit because I'm trying to lose 20 more pounds, about 25 more pounds. My goal is to get down to 160 by summer of 2025. So, yeah. I'm a very open-minded person in recovery. I believe in multiple pathways to recovery. How did you get the desire to want to be intimate? I have no interest since being sober. So me and my husband, we both got sober at the same time, and you're not broken, okay? And this is a common struggle. And I'm gonna be honest with you, me and my husband, we're not like jackrabbits. When we were in active use, we were. And honestly, we really have to take time and talk to each other about it because it doesn't come naturally to us like it used to. There was a period about a year ago where I was like pressuring my husband all the time because I felt like really unloved. I felt really unattractive. And I felt like he didn't like me or didn't want to be with me anymore because he wasn't initiating it with me. He wasn't initiating intimacy with me. And so I took that as like a rejection, right? What I didn't realize was my husband was also struggling with low testosterone and not having that natural feeling come on to him either. And so we were both struggling with our hormones and not having that natural feeling come to us. So if you're somebody who has been struggling to be intimate with your partner and you might not even know it, your partner might be going through the same thing as you are if you guys were both struggling with substance use. That's what happened to me and my husband. So you need to go to your doctor and talk to them because it should be like a natural thing that happens, right? Like you should naturally feel that feeling. And of course, as you get older, that's going to slow down and you're not going to want or feel that feeling as much as you did when you were younger, but you should still get that like intimate need to be with your partner. You know what I mean? And so I would highly encourage you to go get your labs done and talk to your doctor about getting your hormones and all that checked. But besides that, I talk to my husband. If I'm feeling frisky and I'd be like, hey baby, I want it. I just tell him. And I know some people might feel uncomfortable with that, but that's what helps me, is being honest. I'm going to, hold on, let me take this because I don't want, okay. Yeah. I just want to take that off. There we go. Okay, I went ahead and took the TTS thing off because I don't want TikTok. They already dinged me with like 4 violations because I wasn't talking about the product enough. Isn't that crazy? It's like I mentioned it. I'm not going to sit here and shove it down people's throat. Anyways, so I think it's really important, if you're a person in recovery, you and your partner need to learn to communicate with each other. You know, what about going through menopause and becoming sober? Oh, that's got to be tough. That's got to be tough. I haven't gone through menopause yet. I know that my sister is going through perimenopause and she is younger than me. So that could happen to me soon, you know? But I think it's really important to communicate with your partner. If you're not feeling that feeling naturally, I think you might want to talk to your doctor about checking your hormones, checking your thyroid, that kind of thing. But I think it just comes down to you guys is like really talking and communicating with your loved one and letting them know how much you love them and how much you're attracted to them. Me and my husband, we don't have sex all the time, okay? But we tell each other every single day how much we love each other. I'm always asking him, do you love me? Do you really love me? And he tells me all the time, I just want you to know I love you. I care about you so much. I think you're beautiful. I'm so proud of you. Like, we're constantly reassuring each other and letting each other know how much we love each other and how much we care about each other. That, for me and my husband, is what works for us. We talk to each other about how we feel about each other. But at this time, when I was feeling rejected and I was feeling like really sexual and he wasn't, it was really hard. And I was really unkind to my husband because I felt like I said, I felt rejected. I felt rejected by him. I felt like he wasn't attracted to me. And so because I was insecure and feeling rejected, I was getting angry at him because he wasn't being intimate with me. And it was very awkward. I don't like having disagreements about being intimate with each other. You know what I mean? Like, that just makes me feel icky. And that's what was happening because I was feeling like I said, I was feeling rejected. And it wasn't that my husband's not attracted to me or that he doesn't want me. It was that his testosterone was so low that he was lack of energy, no motivation, depression, all of that stuff, you guys. And he was going through it, and he's still struggling with that. We're trying to get him an appointment with a doctor with a testosterone doctor. My friend that I work for, he's the owner of Recovery Delivered, and I'm really good friends with him. He is actually on testosterone, and he has told me so many times how much it has helped him. So for a lot of guys that abuse substances, their testosterone levels just plummet. And so hormones can really affect the way you feel, men and women. Hi there, good afternoon. I love your content and knowledge you share about addiction. Hey, Colt, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Angel, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I really, really am. But I'm telling you, Heather, seriously, if you're not feeling that way naturally, and you're noticing it, then your husband is probably noticing it as well. And he's probably just afraid to talk to you about it because he doesn't want to upset you. So what I would do if I were you is I would sit down and I would tell my husband, I love you, and I have been struggling because I just don't feel like I just don't feel that natural intimacy feeling. And it's not because I'm not attracted to you. It's not because I don't care about you. I'm struggling and I need to find out what's going on. And I would really check with the doctor and see if you can see what's going on. And then also, it might be that you guys need to do different stuff. So back before you got sober, it might have been like super sexual and like crazy and wild and like hit it from the back while you're standing on a handstand up in a tree hanging upside down. And now you might be more of the missionary style, right? More of a closed off introvert style sexual intimacy. And so it's honestly, it's just going to take you guys getting to know each other again in recovery sober. You're going to have to, and this is something that I suggest all couples do. When you get sober, have your parents or somebody watch your children. Take a weekend to just you and your partner to be intimate with each other and explore each other and touch each other sober, you know. And I know exactly how it feels, because I remember when me and Neil got sober, I gained so much weight and I felt so embarrassed. I didn't even want him to turn the lights on, because I thought, oh my God, if he sees me naked with the lights on, he'll see my fat stomach. He'll see my double chin. All these things came to rushing into my mind, you know? And so, of course, I'm going to be so for real with you guys. Men, they could care less about your fupa. Okay? They are just wanting something cushy and whooshy and wet. But to a woman, it's like you think that. You think, oh my gosh, they're not going to want me. They're not going to be attracted to me. And so it's so important for you and your partner that you love to get to know each other sober and to explore each other sober and to touch each other sober and to talk to each other. And like, so what I did was I told my husband, like, I don't want to turn on the lights because I'm afraid you're going to see my stomach and I'm so ashamed of how fat I am. I just would say it. And I know, like, I would just cry and tell him. When we would have sex and we would have an orgasm, I would start crying because I was so emotional about actually having sex and having an O with my husband sober. Is that weird? I feel like that's kind of crazy, huh? But it was because I was so used to having it in my active addiction that it was just like so fast in my active addiction, and we just did so many crazy things and I didn't even think about it back then. So when we got sober and we started being intimate, it was heavy. It was heavy, and I felt emotional and I felt afraid and I felt insecure and I felt not beautiful, you know? But I have an amazing husband who is so supportive, who always tries to reassure me and to let me know how beautiful I am and to let me know that he's attracted to me and let me know that he loves me. But when we were first getting intimate in our early sobriety, right, 9 years ago, it was so hard, you guys. We didn't even get intimate the first 2 years, because the first year we were fighting for custody of our son, and then the second year we got custody of our son back. And our little boy was sleeping with us in the bed. And it was just very, very difficult. But I think the reason why our relationship has stood the test of time is because we talk to each other. It's because we talk about everything. And there's not anything that's going to go by. If it's bothering me, I'm going to talk about it. And I have taught you guys this on my platform since day one. I believe that talking about how you feel is one of the best ways to heal yourself and to work through anything, is to talk about it, not to be ashamed. So I was trying to say, hey Nicole, love your vids. I've been stuck in addiction for the past 3 years and you've helped me so much. Hey, I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry that you're struggling. I know that you can get out of it though. And I think a lot of people that are struggling with substance use, they don't give themselves enough credit, and you don't realize how strong you truly are. You can escape addiction. You just have to choose to do it. You have to choose to take your power away from substances and put your power and focus into living healthy, doing activities that are positive for your life. And it's not going to be easy because it's hard to break a habit that you've practiced for many, many years. But if you truly, truly want to change and turn it around, you can. 100%. So, oh, y'all want to see my puppy dog? Oh, come here, Pop Pop. This is my Pop Pop. This is my emotional support puppy. I love you. I do. Say hi to everybody, Pop Pop. This is Rocky. Say hi, Rocky. Say hi, Rock Rock. My little Rock Rock. This is my emotional support dog. This dog thinks that he is a person. Anytime I'm making videos, Rocky is right beside me. Hi, baby. Hi, Pop Pop. Did you show everybody what I got you? Let's show them what I got you. Hold on. I want to show you guys what I got Rocky. Come here. Where did it go? Is it over here? Oh, wait. I don't think it's here. I think it's out there. Hold on. Let me go grab it. I got to show you guys this. Hold on. Don't leave. Come here, Rock Rock. Come here. Come here, Pop Pop. Come here. Good boy. I want to show everybody. Okay? We're going to show everybody what I got off the TTS for you. Ee-hee-hee. Okay. Y'all ready? Okay. So, I take Rocky everywhere with me, all right? Look. Are y'all ready? My little Pop Pop. My little Pop Pop. You don't know who you are. This is I got this off the TTS too, you guys. It's in my TikTok shop showcase if y'all want to check it out. But look, Mommy's got her hands free so I can hold you. I wanted to show everybody your special holder. Yes, are you comfortable? Say I am. And I can go do my shopping and I can attach this to his little collar if I wanted to. I won't do that just in case he wanted to jump out and be silly. But, well, we go into Walmart. We go into Kroger. We're going shopping for all the things. And if I want to move it right there, more on my tummy area, so that way he's right in the middle. My little Pop Pop, we're going shopping. We're going shopping. Da, 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 da. Isn't that cool? He's a baby. He's a little Pop Pop. Yeah. It's for my special boy. Huh? And right here has a little pocket for my treats. But isn't this the most cutest? I love you, Rocky. So, anyways, I got this dog last year in December. You want to jump out? Yeah, there you go. And he has just been my little emotional support dog ever since. But yeah, isn't that so cool? I've been getting so many free samples from the TTS. Anyway, this live has been about addiction, recovery, dogs, TikTok shop, all kinds of things. But yeah, I just hit 202,000 followers on this account and I'm just so excited. I love sharing my experiences with you guys. It's like, it helps me stay sober. Talking about my recovery helps me stay sober, and hopefully it helps you guys as well. But yeah, if you guys have any requests on videos that you want me to make, you can always send me a private message and just say, hey Nicole, can you make a video on XYZ, and I'll make it for you. I have no friends. Oh, me neither, girl. Welcome to the sobriety club. But listen, if you're a person who doesn't have friends and you want friends, I highly recommend you getting out and going to like some recovery support meetings, getting involved. Hey, Sarah, getting involved in harm reduction in your community can be a great way to find friends in the community that are also in recovery. Getting into online meetings here online. Thanks, Sarah. I really appreciate your support, for real. Having online friends is what I prefer. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't like having friends in real life because in my past, I have gotten burned many, many times by people in real life. So I just prefer to have my online buddies that I can connect with. I have my sister. I have one best friend in the whole wide world. Her name is Candy, that I still talk to. That's like a real life best friend. But for the most part, all my friends are online. And it's just better that way for me because other people don't value life like I do, right? When I meet people in real life who want to fuck my husband, then I'm going to have to fuck them up. When I meet people in real life who want to steal my shit, then I'm going to have to fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? And so I just don't have time for it. I don't have time for having to fuck people up. And for some reason, it's like people that I meet that are actually in real life, even people that are sober, they don't have the same like cares or upbringing that I have where they actually value shit. You know what I mean? I just feel like the world has gone downhill so fast and so bad in the last like 10 years that to me, it's just better for me to stay to myself for other people's protection and my own protection as well. Y'all know what I'm saying? I just don't have time for it. Every now and then I will have like a day where I like miss like having girlfriends, you know, but then like I'll go hang out with my sisters and my mom and my dad, and I'll stay over at their house, like stay the night at my mom and dad's house with my sisters and my mom and my dad. And then when I do come home, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be at home and be alone. And like I said, I think that is just from being older also, and just having lived a life where I've been through so many bad experiences with people. I've gotten burned time and time and time again. You know what I mean? Take a set of manicure with you. You know, I do need to get something done. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I will take you guys with me. Now, my followers are my friends and we do stuff together. For those of you guys that don't know, I have a YouTube channel where I like share about my regular life, and I like clean my house, and I talk about, you know, what I'm getting my son for Christmas and all kinds of stuff like that over on my YouTube channel. And all that stuff is linked in my description here on TikTok in my bio. I live in Arkansas, in Little Rock. Hey, Eva, what's up, girl? Yeah, so as far as like the sober crew here in Arkansas, I'll just be honest with you guys. I'll be so for real. I'm on MAT, and it is still super judgmental here where I live in the sober community. And so, and I can say that with my whole chest, because I have tried to become a peer support specialist in the state of Arkansas. Denied. Because I'm on MAT, and then they lie and say it's not because of that, but that's the only reason there is to deny me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I fly on my own, you know, I fly on my own. It's better that way for me. Like I said, I feel better and safer that way anyways. Oh, really? Jonesboro is a couple hours away from me, like 2.5 hours away from me. And don't get me wrong, like I love people. I love people. And I do imagine if I had a close girlfriend that, you know, was in the same town as me, like if Candy lived here, she would be over here every day, but she lives in Hot Springs. And so I just like to stay to myself to protect myself and my family. Hey girl, what's up? And it's just better for me. It's just better for my overall mental health, you know? I was too much of a troublemaker in active addiction. I believe it's just all my karma coming back to me too. So today, let me give y'all an example. Today, me and my son went to Best Buy and the gas station because it's Christmas time and I'm allowing my son to pick out some gifts that he wants for Christmas that I wouldn't know he wanted. And so I took him to buy these 2 games for Christmas. Just in the hour that we were out and about, I was like, this is why I don't go out of the house. We were standing in line at Best Buy, 2 cashiers, literally a line wrapped around the whole store, and nobody wants to work. It was like there was 10 employees there. There was 2 other registers and everybody's just looking at each other. And I'm just like I remember when I worked retail and I would have ran to the front, got on the register and started checking that line out. Get that line worked out. But it's just people don't want to do anything. They don't want to work. They don't want to help. They don't want to, it's just like, I was like, oh my God, this is why I don't leave the house. This is why I order my gifts on the internet. Things have just changed so much since whenever I was a kid. Since I was, you know, I don't work outside of the house either. I work from home. And so I've just gotten really spoiled with being to myself, you know? Lisa, yes, girl. And so like, I was looking around, I was like, why is nobody jumping on the cash register and helping out all these customers, you know? Thanks, Jihad. And like back when I worked retail, I would have been on that cash register working those customers out, wishing everybody a happy holidays and sending them on their way, you know? But no, people these days, they want to do the bare minimum. The bare minimum to get by. The bare minimum. That's just not my style. I'm not a bare minimum type of chick, if y'all haven't noticed that yet. I am a workaholic. Even on social media. People always ask, like, how did you get 202,000 followers on TikTok? Because I post like a psycho. I post videos every single day, multiple times a day. That's how. Nicole, how did you build your social media platforms to 500,000 followers across your socials? Because I post 3 to 5 videos a day, every day, and I don't stop. I go live multiple times a week. I create a community and connect with my followers almost on a daily basis. That's how, because I worked my ass off to get to that point. I worked hard. It takes hard work. I'm not a chick who shows my tatas and my yin yang, so I'm not going viral for showing my ching chang wing wang. And so I have to work extra hard at it. I have to make multiple videos a day. I have to go live every day. I have to make content that's long form and short form. I have to message people back. I have to answer comments. Like, I can't just come on here with a low cut shirt and be like, you know? So, same, Lisa. Same. I'm ordering online too, girl. Like I said, I was telling my son, baby, this is why mama don't leave the house. What was your question, Sarah? It's not coming through, baby. Oh, you relapsed after you broke your foot. That's all I saw, is that you broke your foot and relapsed. If you are trying to ask a question and it has like a substance word in it or something like that, you have to use code words for it to come across the screen, or else TikTok blocks it and I can't see it. Okay, next line of business. Let me show y'all something. Okay? Okay. my husband got me these stickers. And it says, addiction is giving up everything for one thing. Recovery is giving up one thing for everything. I am going to give away a sticker and $20 to 2 people that are in this live. Okay? Now, the way that you're going to enter to win, if you want to win, all you have to do is go follow my YouTube channel and comment on my latest video on YouTube. Okay? The video that you will comment on is titled Benzos Wreak Havoc on My Mind and Body. Go comment done on that video and you'll be entered. Okay? What I'm going to do is I will message you. I will comment back to you on that video and tell you, you won. So then you'll need to comment back to me so I can send you my cell phone number and you can text me your address and your Cash App. So 2 people will win a sticker and $20. So go follow my YouTube channel. That's all you gotta do. Follow my YouTube channel and comment on my most recent video, Benzos Wreak Havoc. In fact, I'll show you the video so that way y'all will be extra sure which video it is. Okay? Okay, hold on. Here we go. YouTube. Nicole. YouTube Studio. My channel. My channel.
What is meth psychosis like? Part 2.
This is the video right here.
Benzodiazepines wreaked havoc on my mind, body, and
Right
soul.
here. My mind and body.
Guys, my
Okay?
name is Nicole Pludre. I'm a person in recovery.
It's the last
I'm
video
sober.
I uploaded
What is
on my
meth
YouTube channel.
psychosis like?
Right here under videos. Okay? 1 hour ago. Okay? Just post your name. Just say done from TikTok. Done from TikTok. And I will pick 2 of you guys out of the comment section. So come over and follow me on YouTube. I'm trying to get up to 25,000 over on YouTube. And YouTube's playing me. I've been at 24.8 for a year, you guys. Oh, look at that. YouTube's playing me. Team Cheers has been unlocked for all team members to send and celebrate. Your team has completed the first stage of team quests. Oh, wow. That's awesome, you guys. Y'all, I've never done that before. Something about team quests. I guess that's because y'all have been sending gifts and stuff. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So I've been trying to get my YouTube channel to go to 25K, y'all. So yeah, I'll send 2 of you guys these with $20. And whenever I send it out, whenever I pick the winner, what I'll do is I'll message you and I'll make a video shouting you out so that way you know that you won. Okay? But yeah, I hope you guys had fun tonight on this little live stream. I had fun. I had a good time talking to you guys about all the different stuff that we chatted about. I really appreciate all of you guys supporting me. It means a lot to me. I really enjoy sharing my story and helping people. And just know that, you know, I was a person who was addicted to drugs for almost 20 years of my life. I've completely turned my life around. I got full custody of my son back. I have a full-time job. I'm married to the love of my life. I have my own apartment that I'm very proud of. I have both of my cars paid off. Like, I'm doing good in life, you know? And I wouldn't be here today if I wouldn't be having all the things that I have if I wasn't staying sober, you know? So just know that thank you, Angel. I appreciate you. Just know that if you are somebody who is struggling and you feel like you are never going to escape the grips of addiction, that is possible. And all you have to do is just work hard and stay consistent, and you can turn your whole life around. All right? All right. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to jump off here, and I will give you guys about 30 minutes to go comment on that video and all that good stuff, and then I'll pick a winner. All right? All right. Love you guys. I'll see y'all later.